In this video, I'm going to be migrating a storage from a local file system on our DigitalOcean VM to using DigitalOcean's S3 compatible storage. This is great for scalability. It's pretty simple to set up, and it's not too expensive. It costs minimum $5 a month and might be less expensive than GCS depending on your traffic. I'm not going to break down cost comparison in this video. It's purely technical how to migrate to use DigitalOcean's storage bucket from local. So the first thing that you're going to do is go to DigitalOcean. From the home page, go to your project, and from your project page, you can start using Spaces. From here, my VM is in New York. I want my storage to be right next to it, so there's minimal latency. And so I'm going to choose New York. If your VM is in San Francisco, then I would choose San Francisco. And then it gives you a breakdown and pricing just at a high level. We're not going to enable a CDN because we are already using a CDN behind Cloudflare. We don't need that functionality. It's not public. I'm going to select my project, and then let's see. I'm going to name my bucket. So my bucket's just going to be test J5S spaces, and I'm going to create my spaces bucket. All right, so here's my bucket's endpoint, and there's nothing in the bucket at this point. Next, what I'm going to do is go to my backend of BFFless, and I'm going to go to admin settings and infrastructure, and I'm going to click migrate. And from here, I'm going to click S3 or S3 compatible, and I'm going to select S3 compatible. Now, this step is a custom endpoint. It's going to want not the bucket itself, just the location of the data center. So for example, if I copy my endpoint, it's going to include the bucket. I don't want the bucket. I'm just going to take out the bucket, and I'm going to keep NYC3. Now I'm going to copy my bucket name. And now I need to add an access key and secret access key. To do that, I need to go to settings, and I'm going to create a new access key. I'm going to grant full access. This is going to be my name, and I'm going to create the access key. So let's wait for the access key ID to be generated. Copy the access key ID. We're going to paste it in here, and then we're going to go ahead and copy the secret. I probably would store it somewhere locally if I was going to save this. I'm going to end up deleting it when I'm done with this video. Paste it in here, and then I continue. No, I'm not going to save it. So now it's saying the migration will copy all files to the S3 compatible bucket, and it will take about 11 seconds. Let's go ahead and start the migration. Once the migration starts, it shouldn't take too long to complete, depending on how many files you have. All right, so it completed. Let's go ahead and check it out before we switch the provider. Going back to our bucket, we can start to browse our files, and we can see that they were uploaded successfully by going in and browsing some of the commits. Here are our files. So now we're going to go tell our BFFless backend to switch the provider, and it's going to change the database configuration to point to the bucket. Done. Now let's go and test it out. Let's create a new project. And you know what? I almost forgot. Before we continue, we're going to need to go back, and we're going to need to edit some settings on the bucket for cores. This is why. If I don't do that and I try to upload folders, here's our website. When I upload it, we're going to see all sorts of problems occur when it tries to upload. And these are what's called cores errors. So when I do this, boom, big red error messages saying you don't have it's CORS errors. Basically, admin.j5s.dev does not have permission to write from the browser. And that's because we're using pre-signed URLs to write directly to the bucket, and it needs permissions to do that. So in order to do that, we have to go back to our settings, and we have to set CORS configuration. We're going to click Add. From here, we're going to enter our website hostname, admin.j5s.dev. We're going to select all methods, and now we need to add some custom headers. You can get this information from our docs website. If you go to storage, S3, and scroll down, you can see we have documented here for DigitalOcean what you need to allow. Now you can do the star as a wildcard, but I would recommend not doing that and be more restrictive. So you can copy these headers one by one and just allow them. Make sure you don't include any white space. Split this. And we're going to set max age to be 3600. Looks good. Let's go ahead and save it. Give this a second to update. Go back to our website and let's try it again. So now when we click create deployment, it's able to successfully upload the files right into our bucket. We can go ahead and we can view the files that were uploaded. These are being served right from our DigitalOcean bucket. It's very fast. So that completes the DigitalOcean bucket setup. It's pretty simple to get started with it, and I highly recommend not using local file storage on BFFless. It's simple to get started when doing that, but as you start to grow and you add more content to your website, more versions, you don't want to add those files to your DigitalOcean virtual machine. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. I'm happy to try to help support.